Sorry, I would have been here a little earlier, but I was busy filming Big Black Ass 6. So, filming can get really complicated. So. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's hear it for the holidays. Wow, this isn't going to go well. Fuck the holidays. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, a little house cleaning rules, give you a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes before I introduce myself. Two biggest things I was stressing before I hit the stage today. First was obviously the mic. Like, do I hold it like this? Do I do it like a 9th grade spelling bee? The word is cataracts. Could you use that in a sentence? Your grandfather was diagnosed with cataracts. Sorry, I really took that to a dark place. I apologize for that. So again, do they do that, or do I do that whole Vince Neil, Motley Crue, Axl Rose move, which will tire me out in 2 minutes because I'm really not that strong. So we're going to avoid that, and we're going to carry the mic. Woo! Wow, okay. It's not the holidays, but the mic is, get on, good, nice. I'm getting a sense of the crowd that I'm dealing with here. All right, second part is a little audience participation. I want to get your opinion on something. Hat. Do I keep going for the trying too hard urban lumberjack look? Or do I go for the ironically Aruba baseball cap in the middle winner?
Lumberjack!
Aruba!
Lumberjack!
No hat! Okay. It's always going to be this hat. We're going to fucking change it, all right? You guys know the election, there's no democracy anymore. This is how it works, okay? You don't get a say, okay? My name is Ray Flook. This is absolutely the second time I have been on stage. So sympathy, laughter is always appreciated. Never a problem. Let me tell you a little bit. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. We'll talk later. A couple things about me that I'll be touching upon. 46-year-old self-confessed geek. Let's hear it from any other geeks in the audience. Okay. I'm a struggling writer. I know in New York City it makes me a fucking unicorn. I understand. I understand that. I worked in higher education for 20 years. I am, oh wow, okay. Sympathetic, I appreciate that. And I am once divorced. Oh wow, Jesus. So ladies, let that settle in, that little pool of attraction I'm sure you're hearing about now. The other thing that I'm very proud of, and I do this also for cheap applause, is I am also this year a 2-year cancer survivor. That's one of the reasons why I started taking this. Yeah, cancer rates above the holidays. Nice. When I told people I was going to touch a little bit about cancer, everybody gave me that look like, really? So I'm not going to touch, but 2 little observations I want to make. One, it's how people treat you when you're going through treatment. It's one of 2 ways, and there are extremes. The one way is they get that deep sympathetic, like we're going to start measuring you for the coffin move type thing, which is very creepy. Ooh, wow, okay. But then there's the other side, which is to sympathize. They want to come up with something that they're going through also. So it's like, you tell them like, oh, I'm having these issues, I'm feeling ill, I'm feeling nauseous, and they look at you and go, you know, I got that really fucking bad paper cut right where my finger bends, and I mean, shit at the office for the next 3 days. I just don't know what to do. So I don't tend to talk about that much. I touched upon before that I am divorced. I am happy to say that my best friend is actually my ex-wife, who's actually in the front audience right now. Okay, holiday, cancer, ex-wife. I'm getting the graph going here. It's really nice to see her here. I know either she's here to support me or to confirm that she made the right decision 6 years ago. So there's that. I don't know how I pull this one off, but I also somehow stay pretty good friends with my ex-girlfriends. When I did the open mic, they gave me actually really good feedback. One of the things they told me to do was be a little more animated on the stage. Fuck off and die. But that last one, I'm still kind of, if any comedians of experience could help me with that, because I'm still kind of learning that whole fuck off and die thing. But the biggest thing I like to talk about is I'm a geek. 46-year-old geek. That means I was born thousands of years ago in the decade called the 70s. You may have heard of it. Really bad clothing, really bad music. In the 70s, it wasn't really popular to be a geek. You know, we refer to it as it's the up and down time. And by the up and down time, what I mean is this. I'm a kid, I'm going to school, I'm seeing my friends. Holy crap, I love Battlestar Galactica. It's... Oh my god, did you see the $6 million Man? Can you please just stop hitting me? So, sympathy, really. So, for a long time, you learned to repress that because it wasn't the most popular thing. Now, it's goddamn cool to be a geek. Yeah. Geeks run everything. So again, how many of you are geeks in this crowd? Woo! All right, how many of you are willing to confess that maybe back when you were younger, you kind of used to mess with the geeks? Anyone? Good, because you all know we're going to close those fucking doors and kick the shit out of you. You know that, right? You all knew this going in. All right. One of the problems with being an older geek, though, is you confuse timelines. Like, I like stuff that I grew up with, but I'm not that old crotchety guy on the front porch. I also like new stuff, too. But it gets a little weird sometimes. Like, again, I love cartoons. I think animation's fantastic. DuckTales was one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. Had really great conversations about people with it, really fun conversations, and then they say something like, yes, I remember waking up Saturday morning and watching it. And then it hits you, because you say to them, I remember doing my taxes and passing a kidney stone watching DuckTales. And then you realize the age differences get to be a bit much. I have a lot of friends who still haven't bought into the whole geek thing yet, and I'm constantly trying to do a little one-on-one intervention with them. I have friends who won't admit they're geeks, but they do fantasy football. And when you try to explain to them that the only difference between fantasy football and Dungeons and Dragons is one is a dungeon master and one's a general manager. Oh, it's so different, isn't it? You have trophies, you have awards, you have imaginary little things for teams that don't exist. But it's different. Keep that in mind. The other thing about being a geek, we argue about the dumbest stuff. Okay? I'm going to tell you a real story about what's going on with this. This isn't even made up. I'm having a conversation with my girlfriend, and you all know the Pixar movie Cars, right? Yeah. Okay. She has a problem with the fact that they have buildings. Yep. No. Let it set in that they have buildings and homes and structures. Not a single comment that the cars fucking talk. The planes fucking talk. That somehow they reproduce to create little cars. No. That's perfectly fine. That's just how it should be. But those goddamn homes, oh no. No. We're just, that's a step too far. That's just not, that will not stand. The other thing before, and I got the signal before I start wrapping up, is spoilers. Geeks are crazy about spoilers. And again, I understand something's on Sunday night, maybe you don't find out what happens Monday, maybe you don't find out Tuesday. If you're 3 seasons behind on The Walking Dead, fuck you. I mean, honestly, I have a right to talk to my friends about stuff. I had somebody about a couple months ago who got angry because I told them that in Psycho, spoiler alert, for a movie that's 300 years old, that Norman Bates was his mother. Person got legitimately angry. So we need to collectively as a nation come together and come up with rules on this, because we don't do this for anything else. We don't get pissed off at ESPN for reporting the fucking Super Bowl. Say, no, I DVR'd it. No one talk about the Super Bowl for 4 more days. We don't do that. If there's an explosion on the news, we don't go, no, I haven't gone to CNN, so Channel 4, please don't talk about it. Guys, thank you very much. I'm glad to have this opportunity. Hope you enjoyed. Have a night.
Give it up for Ray Float. He's not a float.